Yep. Oh, it's Wreath of Fire. Move out of the way. Yeah.
What are you playing?
Monster Hunter.
Who are you playing with?
Peter and Justin and Ben. Oh. Nope. Yeah. Okay.
That's a big dino.
Yeah. He's actually one of the smaller ones.
Huh.
Huh. Yeah. This is. Nope. And I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, nice. That went bad.
You suck.
Yo, that was a heck of a fight.
Dude, Anjanath means business.
Yeah, he does.
So I still did not get a fang. Then I need to get that one.
Is there any way to like increase your chances of getting that one item?
I think if I hit him in the head.
Hit him in the fang.
Fight him more. Fight him more times.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be the loop so far, and definitely like playing with you guys is helping me realize that like that's okay, because so much of this is a learning experience, and I'm still trying to learn a lot. I'm 30 hours in, and I still feel like, oh, Anjanath does that now. Okay, how the hell do I prepare for that?
As a person who loves the series and has always wanted to get more and more people into it, is that it definitely does a good job of kind of easing newer people into it, like you, to kind of sort of understand stuff as you go, but it also still doesn't give up the complexity that Monster Hunter has always had. So like I still feel really good playing it, and I can bring more friends in to play it.
Yeah.
Which is what you really want to do with a game like this.
Totally. Like this is my first Monster Hunter, and I've always been nervous because it has this reputation of like it'll take you dozens of hours.
Took you 70 hours to learn how to do it.
to finally understand Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And like, you know, this game like keeps adding more layers to it over time. But within like 30 minutes, I'm like, I got a sword, I'm fighting, I'm killing a monster. I'm like, oh, I get this. This makes sense. Like I think from that perspective, it seems like it's not as scary or as intimidating as maybe some of the past games led me to believe, which is like really like I want to keep playing, and it makes me want to get better at it.
You did it! Let's head back and report to the chief botanist.
It's a weird cycle, I guess, in that it's kind of the same thing over and over, but they kind of flavor it different every time to kind of keep you interested.
But that gets better towards the end?
Well, I mean, you know, you have more monsters coming, but like they add more complexity, I feel like, to just like the overall challenge, where like the beginning monsters are very easy. Like you can kind of sort of stumble your way through it, where it's like, as long as I know like basic combos and what I'm doing, you can fight those monsters. But as you get further in, like it's just like, oh, I really need to think about this. I need to like consult my manual and like be like, this guy has a blight, so I need to get null berries, and I need to bring this particular thing. And
yeah, I'm kind of really slowly learning that stuff. I don't think the game does a really excellent job of saying like, do you need to figure out a monster's weakness? You should consult this thing. It doesn't really
tell you to do it out front.
No, I had to kind of discover those resources, which is fine because now I know it's there.
Yeah,
but I wonder like, okay, what else am I missing? But I guess that's all part of the learning process.
It's definitely a thing that Monster Hunter like classically hasn't done very well, in that it literally won't tutorial like anything at all.
Is that on purpose, do you think?
Maybe. I hope, but I feel like this one does a pretty good job, and it's one of my favorite parts about it. It does a good job of kind of bringing people in and easing them into the idea of what Monster Hunter is. With that, like, there are a lot of really good quality of life changes that they made in this game that I really appreciate as a person who's played like older ones.
Yeah, I mean, certainly telling me that like, hey, you need to look for tracks, so you know where to find a monster, and you need to look for this stuff because you need to craft items.
Exactly.
And yeah, like having tried other ones in the past, this is the first Monster Hunter with scout flies, right? Like, okay, yeah, it's like those neon things that project out from you and lure you to the points of interest. Like that's made a huge difference, because even if I don't think I'm accomplishing anything big, I'm accomplishing these little things everywhere I go.
Good. You're turning up a lot of clues.
you actually feel like you're tracking something now, as opposed to like the old one. You'd have to like walk around all the zones until you found it, then you had to paintball it, and then it would only stay there for like 15 minutes, and you could track it around that way. Or you wave to a balloon that's off in the distance, and then they would mark it for you.
And this is, I mean, how many have been multiplayer? Because Monster Hunter was not always.
I feel like they've all been multiplayer.
I think they've all been multiplayer,
Yeah.
maybe just more like local.
know.
Justin's nodding his head.
Justin,
Yeah.
Just
all been
yes,
multiplayer?
Justin's in.
Yeah, that's the whole basis of Monster Hunter is playing with friends.
Alright, I got like 30 minutes. You guys gonna do one more Monster Hunt?
Yeah, dude, I'm in.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Great.